Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to join two squares together. I'm going to be using a mattress stitch or an invisible join. For this you're going to need two granny squares of whatever kind or whatever else you're seaming together. A needle. I like using these like plastic ones with the really big hoops so it's easy to put the yarn through. And then you also need some yarn, which is very knotted apparently. Alright, once you untangle the yarn, that is that, you need a piece that is about at least as long as the distance between these 2 points. Man, I sound like I'm teaching physics. I like to go a little longer just to be safe, so I'm going to cut it about double, just so I have a little extra room to play around with. And to get started, you are going to flip these bad boys over, so you're working on the bad side. I feel like these are really hard to tell which side is the bad side, but it's the side with the unweaved in ends. Now we are going to thread the needle, which I like to do by folding this and then squishing it through. I find it a lot easier than trying to fit the yarn through, even though this is a really big hole. It's not that hard, it's just, that's how I like to do it. Okay, now for these, you want to find the same point on each square. This one's really easy to do it for because the corner is a chain stitch, so I make sure I find that stitch on both of these. And then making sure, once again, they're upside down. You're going to stick your hook into the back loop of the stitch. So if we're looking at it from the front, it's the front loop and then the back loop, and we're sticking it into that back loop. Now on the other one, we are finding the back loop on this stitch, which is right here, and just sticking it through. We just switch. Now we find the second back loop in the second stitch on this first one, pull the yarn through, and then we find the back loop on this one right here, and we pull it through. And then it also can be kind of easy if you just fold them in half like this so the nice sides are facing each other, and then just finding the back loop on both of the stitches, whoop, and then just pulling it through straight like that. And then you alternate sides, so it just like get this really simple stitch just running through it. And make sure you're using the back loops here. Just double check, triple check, quadruple check. And just keep on going until you reach the end of your granny squares. I'm about to lose the yarn on my hook again. I don't know why I do that to myself. The yarn on my hook, I'm not crocheting, I'm sewing. Who am I? Alright, so now I've got all of it seamed up together. From the front, this is what it looks like. It's kind of loose, but I kind of like that. It's like, it's not too much. You can always pull both ends of the string to tighten it up a little bit. And then there you go. Obviously, if you're using the same color for both of the squares, I would use the same color string as the squares. That way it's fully hidden. But for this, I'm just going with this beige because it's like, it's a nice tame color for the very not tame colors of everything else in the sweater. Now to finish it off, I'm gonna re-thread my needle. I just like to put a little knot in it. So going back, so for this last one, I just came out of the blue back. Man, what is more words? So I'm gonna go back into the pink one and then back into the blue one again. And then stick my needle through this loop I just made. Pull it tight. Is this the correct way to make a knot? Probably not. Is it how I've been making the knots for this whole sweater that I've made? Yes. So, and then I just do that to both sides once they are laid flat how I want them so they don't go anywhere. And that's all there is to it. Now you have joined your squares and you can just do this for the rest of them for whatever you're making.